for me, if you like, the rationale in my head behind it is it's a stepping stone. So you've got a broader plan. It's how do you actually, what's the strategy? How do you put that into action? So it's then being able to measure against that plan, because obviously things like the Peter Drucker quote or what gets measured gets improved. But it's, for us, it's not specific to one client. There's some ones that will come time and time again. So the majority of our clients will look at things like gross profit margins, but it will then depend on the industry the client's in. It'll depend what the client's trying to do. So if you're comparing one business that's happy to be relatively static and others that are involved in a lot of research and development, say, then the margins aren't going to be comparable. So that's, on some, if like wholesale generic KPIs work to a degree, but not well enough for me. We're also, we've been down the route as most, where you start looking at packages. Can we package this up with this group of clients? But the feedback we got very quickly was that actually each business is an individual. So yes, you might have a framework of tools to use, but that will change by client, but it will also change by the client and what time and what they're going through. So if you've got someone that's been cash positive for a long time and then there's cash pressures, your advice needs to change and what you're measuring needs to change. The example I always give to new members of the team is, which then seems to get them in the mindset of what KPIs are, is we've got a small second-hand car dealer and we're talking at profit per car, we're talking at average sales value per car, which is then in conversation with him, right, I'm no longer buying second-hand Astras and now buying 3 Series. So I'm not making as much money on each one, but it's a greater quantum. So then you go into it, right, that makes sense because your average sales price per car is higher, but your actual profit per unit isn't straight GP higher, but you're making a bit more because the sales value is there. So if you like, that's the example we tend to give to when we first start talking to people, because everyone's bought a car and then understands the process.